Healing codependency can be a long journey. It's not like you wake up one day and it's completely gone and you're no longer codependent. And in this video, I want to share with you the 4 stages of codependency and how it's played a role in my life. I'm going to go through the 4 stages and show you what every stage looks like, what you can expect in every stage as well. So if you're ready to learn and you're ready to get going, let's roll it. This is Danielle Ingenito, and I am an intuitive Reiki master and spiritual teacher. And in this video, we are going to dive into these 4 stages. But before we do, make sure you hit the subscribe button with the little bell notification to get notified of new videos that I have coming out every single week. All right, so let's get into it. So the first stage of healing codependency is, of course, going to be awareness. I always say awareness is key. If you are not aware that there's a problem, you can't fix it, okay? So therefore, awareness. So a lot of you will have something happen that will kind of kick it into gear as just saying, okay, something's wrong. And you might go searching in this stage as to saying, why do I always attract narcissists? Which you can check out that video down in the description box below. You might ask yourself, what is a narcissist? Am I codependent? You can check out that video also in the description box below. But this is really where you're starting to ask questions. This is like something's not right. For me, this was after my marriage broke up and he was with someone else. I was completely devastated. And I just was online, I was on YouTube, and I just kept searching. I was watching a lot of tarot videos. I was watching a lot about narcissism because I had never heard about that before. So in this first stage of healing, it's going to be a lot of questions. It's going to be a lot of confusion because you know something isn't quite right, but you don't know what it is. And during this stage, hopefully, and while you're here, you will hop on and kind of realize that what is codependency, and you will start to realize that you are codependent. So what happens though before you get there is that we learn a lot about them. What's the matter with them? Okay. And in stage 1, this is where you're starting to say, what's the matter with them? But at the very end of this stage, this is when you start to realize like, wow, I'm codependent. Now I have to heal myself. Okay. And that is going to bring us into stage 2. So stage 2 is the hermit mode. This is what I call hermit mode. This is when we really start to isolate ourselves. We start to, again, reading, learning, videos, courses, to really start to understand ourselves more. It's like, wow, I realize that I'm codependent, but now what? And that was a question that I asked myself. And I said, now what? And I realized that if I wanted to feel better, it wasn't about them, it was about me. And in the hermit mode, that's when I really started working on myself. That's when I started healing. That's when I was doing the energy healing and really starting to release the energy around it. So this can also, so you're doing a lot of work on yourself, but this can also look like isolation time. This is a time where you might not want to be by anybody. You might want to, if friends are trying to come over, you might say no. You might start to try to isolate yourself from your children, just really kind of being by yourself. This can also look like friends leaving. So a lot of during the isolation time, and again, remember that this is like a process and a journey. So in the very beginning, you're going to be isolating yourself. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing a lot of healing on yourself, and you're going to start to raise your vibration. And what's going to happen is the people around you aren't going to understand. They're not going to be in the same vibration as you. And this is also the stage that your friends start to fall away. The ones that were in your life that, were serving you no purpose, or they were kind of, making you worse because they might be influencing you in bad ways. They could be negative. And in your hermit mode, this is when you're really kind of let go of everything out there and you really just focus on you, and you focus on understanding your own energy. Understanding, because again, remember, we're all energy, And by being around a lot of people, especially if you're an empath, and you can check that out in that video below, you might be taking on so many other people's energy. So all that negativity that you have been having on you might not even be yours. So in the hermit mode, you literally just kind of want to be alone. And this isn't like a depression aloneness. It's not like you just don't want to do anything. It's like you want to be in your house, in your bed, watching meditations, doing your healings, and really working on you. So this is kind of like an exciting time rather than a depressive time, if that makes sense. So I want to be clear there. This isn't a depression where you are just laying in bed and can't get out of bed. This is like you want to be maybe working out. You want to be watching YouTube. You want to be doing meditations. You want to be doing energy healing. You want to be reading your own tarot, maybe learning how to open your psychic abilities. This is your time. This is all about you. I love the hermit mode part of our healing journey. Okay. So let me know if this is where you're at in your healing journey right now. But that is the hermit mode. So that is stage 2. We go from awareness. Okay. We know that there's a problem, into our healing. This is also, the hermit mode is your foundation of healing. This is about you healing your childhood, healing your past, letting go of these past toxic relationships, and really kind of just letting go. I call this the foundation of healing. This is the bottom layer of where everything sits. Okay, so this is the hermit mode. So the next stage, number 3, is the butterfly stage. Now, what is the butterfly stage? This is a very interesting stage. The butterfly, and I made these up, so you will not hear this anywhere else, just so you know. But the butterfly stage is really where nothing seems to fit anymore. I remember going through this in mine. It was December of 2000 and I would say 18. Where nothing started to fit me anymore. And I don't mean just like clothes, and I don't mean physically fit. Nothing was like quote unquote fitting. So therefore all of my clothes, didn't want to wear any of them. Even my pocketbooks. I remember in December, I had bought like 10 different pocketbooks, but none of them felt like me. So the butterfly stage of your healing is really when a lot of that foundational healing is done and complete. And now it's like you're this new version of you. And you really don't know what that is or what that means. And this is when you start to change your clothes. This is when you start to change your look. You might get a completely different haircut. You might dye it differently. This is when you start to change your accessories. This could be when you change your car. Like this could be like looking at your car and be like, it just doesn't fit my personality anymore. It doesn't fit me. You want everything to kind of be in alignment because you've done so much healing and you're not that girl that was in that toxic relationship and was manipulated by the narcissist anymore. You have taken your power back in this butterfly stage. And now it's like you're trying to find who you are now, what you like, because a lot of women that I work with, they like what their ex liked and they don't really know who they are or what they like. In this stage for me as well, I had, my mom lives on a lake, and for, I think it was like 11 or 12 years, like I never enjoyed the lake. Like I didn't go up there. Like it wasn't a big deal that she lived on a lake for me. And in this butterfly stage, I tried new things. So I tried kayaking and then I was like, wow, I really like this. I bought a kayak. I tried paddle boarding and I was like, wow, I really like this too. I bought a paddle board, right? So like I started to do things, taking dance lessons, going out in nature, hiking, walking, like you're trying new things in this butterfly stage. This is where you are really kind of trying to understand who you are now, who you want to be, and who you truly are. So I love the butterfly stage. It's a beautiful stage because you've now released all of that crap from the past, and now you're really stepping into your own. And this is when you're finding out really who you are. Now, I will say in this stage, you also are still healing. But if you think about that foundation that you've healed in the hermit mode, you now are healing other little things. And I wouldn't say little things, but you're healing other things in your life. So this might be a situation or an event that, or like a traumatic event that happened. You're not doing the basic foundational stuff. So trying to think of how else to say this to you guys. So it's also in the butterfly stage where you are connecting more spiritually. So you're letting go of being human a little bit more. So you're letting go of taking things personally. You're setting boundaries now in this stage. Like everything that you've learned in the hermit mode, you are now using in the butterfly mode, in the butterfly stage. And this is where everything starts to come together. You start to understand yourself more. A lot of the women that I work with in the butterfly stage are now learning Reiki for themselves. They're doing Reiki on other people. They're opening their psychic abilities. And this was like my stage as well. Like when I was getting through all that healing, now it was like, what's next? And this is about really connecting more spiritually, connecting to your higher self more, listening to your intuition more. This is a beautiful part about the butterfly stage. So yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. But going next to our last and final stage here, which is the absolute most amazing stage that there is. I call this the Phoenix stage. So we've gone through awareness. Okay, we realize that we have codependency, and now it's like we have to take our power back and heal ourselves. This is the only person that you can change is you. So we let go of everything on the outside and we start to say, okay, I have to heal myself. Stage 2 is going to be that hermit stage where now you're learning everything, releasing everything. Stage 3 is that butterfly stage where you're moving into this beautiful butterfly, you're spreading your wings, you're learning how to fly again, and it's a beautiful stage. Now, stage 4 is going to be the Phoenix stage. So this is when you rise from the ashes. So everything that you have been through in your life has now come to a point where it really does not affect you anymore. And this can be like the traumatic events. A lot of women I work with, it could be sexual abuse, it could be physical abuse that, you know, even though you did all of this work, like those things were kind of still in the background, still lurking around. The Phoenix stage is when you've healed all of that. And again, through the butterfly stage, you're still healing as well. And now when you get to the Phoenix stage, and I will always say, like, you will never stop healing. You will keep healing, keep evolving, keep reaching that higher self. However, in the Phoenix stage, it's like none of that's affecting you anymore. You feel confident enough to like now get into a new relationship. You feel confident enough to go after what you want. You're manifesting at this point. It's like your life is full of abundance and you're going after every single thing that you want. It's like you're rising from those ashes as this beautiful phoenix. And now you're ready to move on, move forward, and create your life that you've been dreaming through all of those other stages and kind of coming to and learning about. And again, like with the butterfly, knowing what you want. Now in the Phoenix stage, it is like you are putting it all together and you feel completely healed in a way that you're not going to get into those toxic relationships anymore because you know that you are not that person anymore. Like you are a completely different animal, right? You're not the butterfly anymore. You're like a phoenix. So like you can never, you know, go through butterfly stage anymore because you are a phoenix. So therefore, this is a stage that you rise from those ashes and take control of your life and start to really use everything that you learned and all the healing that you've done to create the life that you are here to live. So those are my 4 stages. And again, even in the Phoenix stage, you're still healing yourself, but it's at like the top of the pyramid level where it's like you're more literally evolving into that higher self. This is the point when your healings are past life healings, ancestral healings, Akashic records, you know, connecting psychically, and really kind of just moving into that spiritual being a lot more than what in the butterfly stage. Okay. So those are my 4 stages of healings. Let me know what you guys think about them and what stage you are in. And if you have any questions about it, you can leave it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up on this video. Please share it out if this makes sense to you. I'm sure it will make sense to other ladies as well that need to hear this. Need to know that there is a journey and a process that you go through, and it's not like you're just like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. There is like a strategic process that you bring yourself through through this, and understanding, again, awareness of where you are in these stages is going to help you tremendously. Because if you are in the hermit mode, now you know what you can look forward to. If you are in the phoenix mode, now you can look back and be like, wow, I've done all of this, and like, yes, I understand, I'm in that phoenix mode, and you can empower yourself with that. So awareness is so key, and I hope, like, you know, like I know, that there's so many women out there that need this. So please share this video, get it out, get this awareness out. All right, much love to all of you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out those other videos that I have down below in the description box, and I will see you soon. Bye.